Who are you? Don't give me an idea on what kind of a person you think you are. What kind of person are you? I ask you questions. And if you fall in these categories, then maybe there's some stuff you need to work on. And it's okay to be honest with yourself, because the only one that's going to see this is yourself. It helps you step by step each day.
Hi everyone, welcome to Go All In Show. I'm your host named Stant, and today I would love to invite you to get to know my good friend Indigo Divine. She also works with a lot of people, help them learn how to love themselves and really truly creating the lifestyle you want. So Indigo, welcome to Go All In Show.
Hey.
Thank you for being here and spending time with us. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your work, like build, love, work, whatever you call it. Can you
Build love
about that? Yeah.
Well, I'm an author of 21 Steps for Change, When Life Gives You Lemons, Work, Build, Love. The meaning behind work, build, love was to work on yourself, build yourself up, and learn to love yourself again.
Wow. So
yeah.
Work, build,
love.
And what about lemon?
What was that?
What about lemon? Like you have lemon in the book, right?
Yes, I got a lemon, and I actually have lemon on my dress.
I love it. Like, tell us more about that. Like the idea.
Well, when life gives you lemons, it's a phrase that you've heard a lot. And well, what do you do with that? Your life is your lemon, and we have to make the best juice out of it that we can. But sometimes we get those sour lemons, and we have to figure out what are we going to kind of do with that. And we make the best of our lives the best that we can. We sugar it up. And, my book gives you 21 steps.
Okay.
And in the process of the 21 steps, you're learning a lot about me, and you're getting personal in my business. But at the process, you're talking with me through a book, which is a manual, a journal, and a guide all in one. Where I teach you step by step how to heal from past generational issues.
Really?
The way I describe it is our brains are born from a blank slate. We know of nothing. And those who teach us and grow us, they're the ones that fill this brain with everything you need to know. And then eventually, as you become teenagers, you start to figure out life on your own.
Yes.
But if you weren't shown those blueprints, the blueprints to get you through life, well, then what do you do with yourself? You have to kind of take a look in the mirror and say, where do I begin? Because obviously things weren't working the best for you because it was a historical thing, history repeating itself. And sometimes we need to stop those habits and change them within. We have to learn and grow within. And then when we have our children, we teach our children the better version of themselves because we've learned, and we don't allow it to become a traditional generational thing.
Right.
And that. So I give them that with my book.
Awesome. Well, the topic that we're going to talk about today is like creating or design your own lifestyle that you want to live or you're meant to do, you're meant to be.
Yes.
And nowadays, I found that I'm a parent too. I have 2 children, and I want to stop whatever my parent taught me that I did not like. I mean, of course, there's something that I like about it. I learned from it, but there's so many things that I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to carry on this tradition anymore. So I'm going to stop at my generation and teach my children something else that I learned. And I'm pretty sure I'm not a perfect mom either. When they grow up, they're going to be like, oh, my mom, yeah. And then they'll probably teach their kids something else.
Yes, definitely.
As a human being, especially a woman too, individually, how can one creating the life they want when they're in the situation that really like pressing upon them?
Well, there's a lot of different sections in this book, and I do with and without the book, and it's usually always the same. First, you have to say, there's an area in my book, a step in my book that talks about who am I? Well, that's a good question. Who are you?
Right.
Don't give me an idea on what kind of a person you think you are. What kind of person are you? I tell you, I ask you questions. And if you fall in these categories, then maybe there's some stuff you need to work on. And it's okay to be honest with yourself, because the only one that's going to see this is yourself. You're going to have the book to yourself. You're going to be able to interact with the book. It's a manual, it's a journal. It's fun and interactive, but it helps you step by step each day. Each day.
Okay. So if the reader follow each day step, and
yes,
this is for 21 days?
21 days. 21 days to start and stop a habit. So if you have 21 steps, and for those who buy the book, there's a little extra in there, but I help you. I personally give you a journal, a manual, therapy session somehow in this book, and I call it a baptismal when you're done. You baptize yourself of the old version of you, so that you can allow yourself to live a new and better and revamped version of you for the future, for your children.
So can you share with us a few steps, not the whole 21?
Yeah.
Can you share with us a few steps of what can we do right now? So first, know yourself.
Yes. The first step is in the beginning, and it says, who am I? The next one is, why do we do the things that we do? Because we do things sometimes and then we go back and say, why did I do that? And then I give them reflection work, because you got to look at yourself in the mirror and kind of have a one-on-one with yourself. And it's not the greatest sometimes. You don't like what you reveal. Okay. And then, when hurt turns to hate, you got to realize when we have to separate the two.
So what do you think you can help those who, again, try to ignore it or numb their feeling? Because I mean, it's not everyone wants to sit down and have one-on-one time with themselves, right? And just who am I? What I'm doing? Why I'm doing it? Again, this is not people in general doing it, right? Kind of self-reflection.
Yes.
Because going inside, work within is very hard and vulnerable. It's take a lot of work, and you need to be willing to do it. So how can you help them accept that this is reality, the path, right? That you should do it?
Well, in my book, I mentioned I had got a lot of other resources to help me. And I literally say that this book should start to help you within the year. If you do the steps accordingly, one step at a time every day, and you do exactly what it's telling you and asking you to do. And then there's other books that you can get, ethics books that teach you, life and getting to know yourself a little bit better, and understanding that it's okay to be by yourself. Sometimes you have to do that in order to understand yourself. How can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? And how can you appreciate someone's being around you if you don't even want to be around yourself?
So the first step is to know who you really are, who you truly are.
Make a name for yourself.
Yeah, and the second step is to know why you do what you do.
Yes.
What's the third step?
The third step is basically, once you know these two, what are you willing to do for it? What are you going to do about it? We've learned the one thing, who am I?
Right.
And we learned the other thing, why do I do the things that I do? Okay, well, now you know this and now you know that. What are you going to do about it? Start to make the changes. Start to take the steps.
Right. So for example, they kind of do some self-reflection. They know who they are. They know why they do it. And a lot of them probably I don't have, just example, right? I don't have a good relationship with my partner. So then sit down and be with yourself and ask, so you don't have a good relationship with your partner, then what you're going to do with it, right?
Yes. I actually love that you mentioned that right there. In my book, I literally talk about situations if you were to have a partner. The way that I describe it is, if I'm toxic and you're normal, and our version of normal is you just were raised better than I was, then we don't speak the same language. Because I speak toxic and you speak normal. And whatever comes out of my mouth or in my mood or my personality, you're not going to understand. And it takes, first off, you to understand why you're having your issues and to chill them out a little bit, because maybe you are over exaggerating or reacting too quickly, because people have a bad habit of reacting quickly
right away,
but listening slow. And it's maybe if you took time to process all of that, you would have had a better comeback.
Yeah.
And relationships don't work well together because they don't understand each other's messed up.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, totally make total sense. So, okay, so know who you are, know why you do what you do, and know what you're going to do with it.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just going to keep asking what else.
Well, what else? I've had, in the process of making my book, I've had my editors and my publishing team all come back with me and say, we can't age this book because it pretty much talks to everybody. So my book doesn't have an age limit. And I've had teenagers read my book.
Yeah.
I've had men read my book. I've had women read my book, and each one of them have come back and told me, it's deep. This book is deep, and it's emotional, but it's honest.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot of things about myself that I didn't really understand about myself.
That's a
Mind you,
writing.
I'm spiritual as well. So I'm also teaching these people, how to heal within, not only here and not only, with what the things you do, but also within, because we have to learn to let go and make peace with things and forgive, not for them, for us.
For yourself.
We cannot move on with life if we are not forgiving others, because I talk about, I don't like to get into religion, all of that, but I do like to say that, how do you expect God to love you if you don't love yourself, or if you don't forgive other people? He can't forgive you if you don't forgive. And he's not going to love you. He's going to whole love you and expect you to do the same for not only yourself, but for others.
Right. So letting go of the thing that not serving you anymore, right?
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I love it. So with these 4 steps, just example, there's more than that. You can learn how to design your own life, the life that you really want to live. So how can people find your book?
Well, they can find it pretty much all over Google. You can get me on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles.
Can you show your book just a little bit?
Yeah, I will definitely be giving you the information for my book, but pretty much just Google 21 Steps for Change When Life Gives You Lemons, Work, Build, Love. It will pop up on the internet, and I'm my lifestyle business coach. So I teach you how to get your life, your business, your life in order. And you can find that under hashtag Work, Build, Love.
Work, Build, Love.
Yes.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for being here with us, Indigo.
Yes.
Looking for Indigo Divide and finding Work, Build, Love. Thank you.
They can also find me on Info with Indy on all social media sites. So
love it. We'll post in the description below. And thank you so much for sharing who you truly are with us, Indigo. You are authentic. You're very juicy like lemon, and you really inspire us to look at things and creating things that we want to be. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.